Alright, yins guys, we're going to do a new trick today. It's going to involve first a 25-pound weight like this, or it can be bigger. You can use a slab of wood or even a slab of metal, or like a 25-pound weight like this. Straighten this camera out here. Move this into the camera, and we're going to use one of these. This is also a 25-pound weight, and I'd like to use a little bit heavier, but we're going to use this for now. I think when you start out with this, when you first start out, you're going to want to actually do this a little bit light and get the feel of it. And first, we're going to lie on the weight like this. Yes, you're going to put your head right on it like this. And we're going to take this weight like this. And we're going to set it. You're going to set it right on your head like this, and then leave it there. And then you're going to just put your hands on it just enough so all the weight sits there. Just let your fingers balance it out. I'll maybe fix the camera a little bit so you can see. Hey, get out of the way, cat. Yeah, Dan, cat. Yeah, I'm gonna adjust the camera for you so you can see what I'm doing here. And as you can see, Daisy wants to interfere. She's being a pest. But you're gonna see, let your fingers just hold on to it just enough so it don't slide and hit you in the mouth. Just let it sit on your head, and if you want, you can rock your head and rock the whole weight just a teeny tiny bit. What this is going to do for you, you're going to be familiar, I don't know, in case something falls on your head or somebody. Eventually you're going to be able to trust your buddy to stand on your head with a pair of steel-toed boots. But then this will have an advantage too if you fall down on the ground. And I think if somebody knocks you to the ground and they step on your head, there's going to be a less chance you're going to get your skull crushed and die. But every little bit helps. This kind of takes away your fear a little bit. This actually has an advantage too. You never know. Might be an earthquake or something, and things can fall on your head. And if you have things sitting on your head ahead of time, it won't like harm you as much as it could. Maybe just rock it just a little bit like this. I have 40-pound weights that I gotta bring back up from the porch. I can do this with. After a while, you should be able to let this just sit right there. Maybe let it sit on your head like this while you're listening to music. Oh. Then one thing you can also do too, if you can see the camera, my head's blocking it, you can set it right on your ribs right over here and just leave it there while you're listening to music. And I'm going to have to turn the other way for that because you're not going to be able to see over my head. Yeah. Ow. What we're going to do, let it sit right on the rib area and just breathe normally. Maybe let it be while you're listening to your music. need to harden up the rib area a little bit. Your ribs are actually capable of taking much more than you think if you condition them to do so. Some of us, the only reason we get our ribs broken is because we don't have any experience with handling it. If you do things like this ahead of time, take a small beating ahead of time, a lot of people get their ribs broken because they'll get hit in the ribs. They don't got no prior conditioning. And if the ribs you don't get the ribs used to it ahead of time, you're gonna get hurt a lot easier. One thing for sure, if you ever encounter a professional martial arts person or a boxer, somebody that's really good at what they do and well trained, they can break your ribs and break jaws, and they can break legs. Just their leg sweeps, they can just break a leg in a single in just a single sweep of that foot. They can break your leg right in two. They can break ribs, jaws, and everything else quicker than you can even see it coming as it is. So you can only hope not to encounter one of those people. But as for anybody else, a lot of people that are slightly bigger than you that don't got no prior martial arts training, you can have an advantage. Well, anybody knows that. But anyway, you do this and just breathe. But shit like this also helped me right here. I used to have a really bad posture when I was younger, kind of a hunch in my back. I used to do the chin-ups and dips and different things pulling back, anything to pull my neck back. Then I used to set a weight just like this right on myself right while I'm listening to music. And if you're one of them people that have like a kind of a hunch going on, you may want to have pressure applied to the ribs like this to push your whole rib cage down. Your body will actually relax and adjust to it, and this will actually correct your posture in a way, along with strengthening your ribs. But I can actually put my heavier weight on here like this. But and while I'm down here telling you this stuff too, I have another idea for you too that actually works. If you're out there training while you're running anyway, you want to go out for a run, a lot of the common mistakes people make is when they're running, they're going they're taking real short breaths, and just because they're running fast, they think they have to breathe fast. This is completely wrong. What you actually should do, anyway, this works for me, even though you're running fast, like going don't go, you should actually go so even though you're going you'll go. So what you're actually doing is maybe like four steps per inhale and about 4 steps per exhale. So like your feet should have, like each foot like that, and you're taking in more air. And what's happening is if you make the mistake of breathing too fast, going your body actually, even though you don't intend to, your body is actually kind of going into a panic mode. And that's why some people will jog and run and they don't got the right experience, and they're doing that. And that's why they're all covered with sweat and then their heart's really racing. So you might want to actually take my advice and try that the next time you go on a run. Oh, and don't run your ass off either. Just maybe go on a little jog, maybe a certain distance you usually go, maybe a couple blocks, and breathe like I said. Just go and then be going like 4 steps per inhale, 4 steps per exhale. So each time you inhale, your feet should have like went clump, 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 clump about 4 times that way. And try it, and you'll notice that your heart won't be racing near as much. And then when you get more comfortable, maybe you can go run a little bit faster or run a little bit longer, and experiment with the breathing. That way your heart shouldn't even be racing. You can also do this while doing some of the exercises in my other videos, like the one-legged bent knee squats and a lot of other stuff. And a lot of things that I'll do too is do the knuckle push-ups or any kind of push-ups, or even do your bench pressing. Sometimes instead of breathing out when you push up, inhale, breathe in instead. Do a session or two taking air in when you're doing a push-up. While you're pushing up, take the air in. Like kind of rebel a little bit and do that. The reason being, you'll have a little bit less pressure on your lungs if you require that. Your body will adjust to it. And then you won't. Like some people have a tendency, their bodies don't work like everybody else's. Their body has a tendency to rebel. So that's why some of us, like me, once in a while, you may want to bench press when you're pushing up or doing push-ups. Pushing up, like take air in instead of breathing out, like some people tell you. And you're actually creating more. You're getting your body, if you get your body used to that, like you're creating more. It's going to reduce the compression inside of you internally. I think some people that their bodies don't act and function quite like everybody else's and have a tendency to rebel. Try this once in a while, at least for one session here and there. You'll see a difference. So anyway, let's see, how many minutes has this thing been recording? Oh crap, about 12 minutes. I think I'm going to stop this recording. Yeah, I'm going to stop this recording now. Yeah, I'm going to stop this recording now. And hopefully you've gotten something out of that. Anyway, try that stuff out. It works for me. And do the session that you were just looking at with the weight sitting on the ribs. And it too will make a big difference in all your other exercises too. If you get comfortable with weight sitting on you, like say, I don't know, an earthquake or any other kind of reason, something falls on you or any kind of crap like that, what this will do is, any situation you can think of where something falls on you, you'll be a lot calmer, and you won't panic near as much, and you'll be able to get out of it. Well, anyway, me, I have a tendency to do the bench pressing and intentionally let the weight sit on my chest and roll it around a little bit on my ribs and let it sit there. And then just so you're calmer, more comfortable with it, and you're less afraid. And get used to the pressure. Get rid of a lot of your phobias anyway. Now I'm going to quit my yammering anyway, and I'm going to stop this video now, so see you next time.